And they're off in the happy 60th birthday Dave Burley handicap chase over 3 miles. They're going to jump 19 fences, and Gentleman Farmer is getting on with this in company with Classical Milano. They're really trapping on towards the first. Both take it well, with Buddha Scheme landing in 3rd position, the grey for Jim in 4th. A brisk early pace here. The hoop sleeves Real Armani held up and scooped the pot a little bit outpaced early as they get over the open ditch number 2. And there's probably 12 to 15 lengths between Gentleman Farmer and Classical Milano at the front, taking one another on here. They've opened up by about 7 to Buddha Scheme in 3rd. Scoop the Pot is the back marker, running to the fence at the end of the home straight. Jonathan Bewley and Connor O'Farrell. Classical Milano on the inside of Gentleman Farmer. Long traveller today, Gentleman Farmer for Richard Hawker. The red and dark blue on the outside of Classical Milano, who's running in this race for the 4th year in succession. Won it in 2019. These are 1 and 2, and they're 6 or 7 clear of the 3rd Buddha Scheme. Was 2nd in the race 12 months ago. Another 3 or 4 to Real Armani, and for Jim, who's just pushed along into the bridle early, and Scoop the Pot is the back marker as they get over the 4th. And all landing safely, with Gentleman Farmer last seen winning an upcut cross point to point earlier in the year. Gets over this in front, has the lead by a length and a half now to Classical Milano. A mistake from for Jim at that one. He's had a great season, but just up against it a little bit early on here as the field now running down towards their next. And this is going to be the 6th. Gentleman Farmer to Classical Milano. These are 1 and 2, clear from Real Armani and Buddha Scheme. Buddha Scheme just lifts off ahead then. For Jim's not having a going day today on this evidence. He's dropped back to last and is being chased along and overtaken by Scoop the Pot. So Gentleman Farmer leads them. The next one they take is going to be an open ditch, number 7 of the 19, Classical Milano. The yellow colours on the inside of Gentleman Farmer. Buddha Scheme is in 3rd, ahead of Real Armani in 4th place. And then it's 5 or 6 to Scoop the Pot and for Jim chased along at the back. The front two match each other for good jumps there. And all getting over it safely. Next one comes up fairly quickly. Fence number 8, Classical Milano, just in front of Gentleman Farmer over that. But Gentleman Farmer was slightly quicker. Buddha Scheme is in 3rd, just ahead of Real Armani. And then the gap to Scoop the Pot and for Jim is chased along at the back of the field. About to turn into the home straight once again. And running towards number 9. And it is still Classical Milano in front of Gentleman Farmer. Gentleman Farmer coming up again this near side, saw a good stride and took it well. Pushed along on the run away from it. For Jim, gets over it probably 15 to 20 behind the leader in last place. As they come to the water jump, number 10, taken once and once only. And it is Gentleman Farmer and Classical Milano. There has been no hiding place here. They've really set a good gallop. They're 8 lengths in front of Buddha Scheme, in 3rd place, just ahead of Real Armani. It's another 5 to Scoop the Pot. And for Jim, the back marker chased along. Classical Milano jumps that ahead of Gentleman Farmer, who wasn't fluent at that obstacle, being pushed along. That was the first, another circuit ago. It's now the 11th. Here's the 12th, an open ditch. All action here, Classical Milano, Gentleman Farmer, Buddha Scheme and Real Armani perhaps a little bit closer. And then Scoop the Pot. And for Jim is a fair way behind as they're running towards the fence at the end of the home straight. Classical Milano is leading Gentleman Farmer. Coming into this one, they're only 3 lengths ahead of Buddha Scheme and Real Armani now. Coming into this, another 5 to Scoop the Pot. Classical Milano just led to Gentleman Farmer, and then Buddha Scheme, Real Armani, and Scoop the Pot. For Jim, still going behind those in this happy 60th birthday Dave Burley handicap chase. And Dave is the grandfather of Cian Burley, the honorary assistant trainer to Fergal O'Brien at O'Brien McPherson Racing. And he is watching on today and seeing Classical Milano just in front of Gentleman Farmer. And they're closer in behind now, 2 lengths to Real Armani. Gentleman Farmer just lifted off first there. They're a closely bunched field now, and for Jim, who's been behind for much of it, is still the back marker, but there's probably only 7 lengths between the leader and the last now. As they come to the second one over on the far side, Classical Milano and Gentleman Farmer still just about dispute, but both being pushed along. Reminders from Jonathan Bewley for Classical Milano. Real Armani is on the scene now, Ross Chapman. The Green and black hoop sleeves the outside. Buddha Scheme is in behind them. Then Scoop the Pot and For Jim as they now head on to fence number 16. Gentleman Farmer just led. Real Armani, who's looking very dangerous on the outside. Classical Milano in third. Buddha Scheme 4. Then Scoop the Pot and For Jim as they continue on their journey down the back straight. Gentleman Farmer is leading by about 3/4 of a length to Real Armani. Classical Milano, then Buddha Scheme, Scoop the Pot and For Jim. Sean Quinlan has never given up on the grey and is still trying to get him competitive. A good gallop was set here. They're now running on towards the third last. It's the final ditch, and Gentleman Farmer still has the lead to Real Armani, who made a mistake there, Real Armani, just when he needed a good jump. Classical Milano goes back into second. Buddha Scheme in fourth. For Jim's overtaken Scoop the Pot. Here is the second last. Gentleman Farmer over to Classical Milano in second. Real Armani in third. Buddha Scheme is closer now. They've got one fence left to jump. And then in fifth position is For Jim, only 4 lengths off the pace now. Real Armani, after that mistake, is getting competitive again on the outside as they climb towards the straight and the final fence. Classical Milano between them. For Jim staying on the outside of Buddha Scheme as they run towards the last. It is now Real Armani taking over For Jim. It's never looked more likely than it does now. He's gone into second place. In third position, Classical Milano. Here's the last, Real Armani, led For Jim by a length. Classical Milano in third. Buddha Scheme back in 4. For Jim has got to the front inside the last furlong under Sean Quinlan. He's in front by a length and a half to 2. Real Armani can't go on. Classical Milano running into second, but For Jim from last to first. He's in front by over a length. Classical Milano rallying. For Jim wins his 5th race of the season in the happy 60th birthday Dave Burley handicap chase. Classical Milano second, Real Armani third, clear of Scoop the Pot and Buddha Scheme.
You will never see a better ride all year.